Okay, so the books I am currently reading, I am reading this book called Just Last Night by Bahiri McFarlane. Reading it on my Kindle. I just recently started this book. I think I heard of it. It was through a YouTuber's video. I think it was Haley Fam. She like read this book and, you know, just said great things about it, and I was like, okay, let me pick it up. It is romance. I am not a big romance reader. Like when I read romance, it has to be a very particular kind of romance. I don't read rom-coms or anything that's super comedy driven or like surface level romance. I don't read any of that kind of stuff. Only kind of romance I will enjoy is if it's super dark, super depressing, super deep. You know what I mean? Like that kind of writing. For example, books that are like written by Taylor Jenkins Reid, I always enjoy those. So authors that kind of write romance similar to how she writes it, I'll probably end up enjoying it. So I'm reading Just Last Night. Let's see, this book is about our main character, her name is Eve. I'm not that deep into the book, but we learn that she lost somebody close to her, like a best friend, and then like the very next chapter it kind of goes to like before. So I'm still at the point where I don't even know who's dead or like who you know eventually dies. I don't know that yet, but we do know that she is pretty much in love with one of her best friends. And he in the story right now just recently got engaged, so she's kind of like spiraling. So I'm on chapter 5 right now, and Kindle says that I am on page 44. So I haven't read anything today, but I'll of course update you if I do. But yeah, it's kind of like weird. There's like good parts and parts where I'm just like, why is this here? But that's neither here nor there. The other book I'm reading is called The Blighted Stars by Megan E. O'Keefe. So this is a book that I would say is pretty, dare I say, like underground. And the only reason why I say that is because I was on TikTok and I actually got recommended this book on TikTok on my For You page. And it was like this TikTok where it was like, I can't believe I found a 5 stars in a book where it only had like 600 reviews on Goodreads. So it was like it was one of those books where like it's just not like popular or well known in mainstream, and I very quickly kind of glimpsed over the plot and I was like, why not? So I downloaded it and I just started it today. So I've been reading it today, so that's gonna count for this week. It's sci-fi. I think it's a trilogy. I was like into it, like page 5, I was already into it. I do enjoy sci-fi, so you definitely have to be into like heavy sci-fi because we are like in space in a ship doing all these things. But from what I understand, it's like a conspiracy theory. We're following our main character and he's like the next in line to like a big, what do you want to call it? Like a corporation throne, but like not really. It's hard to explain. It's sci-fi, who knows? But bad things start to happen, and I'm kind of like I said, I just started this today. I'm only 6% in, and so crazy things have like it takes off, guys. Like sci-fi, it takes off. So things have already have gone down, but I'm really enjoying it, and so just have to see how it goes. Also, my week is kind of, I would say like a lot is going on compared to like other weeks. Today is Sunday, so Monday I have work. Tuesday is my birthday. Guys, isn't that crazy? I'm getting older. Wednesday, I have an appointment for my car, and I also have an interview later on in that day. And then Thursday I have work, Friday I have work, and Saturday is like the day that I'm actually celebrating my birthday, like with my friends. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot going on, but I am hoping that I can get some books read and done. My Goodreads goal is I'm doing so good, guys. Like you'd be so proud of me. All right, my birthday was yesterday. I'm 22. Love that. I had that song blasting like every time I was in the car, like back to back. I would just listen to that song. It's just so surreal. I'm 22 years old. Oh my gosh, my heart rate is very fast right now because I just had an interview. I'm currently doing an internship that's ending in like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. And so when I first interviewed for the internship I currently have, they told me that there was a possibility that I might be hired on full time. But like the person who was my boss during this internship recently quit and left. And so in my opinion, that was like the one person who could like vouch for me and be like, yes, she's helped us with this, that, and this. We need her, blah, blah, blah. And now I feel like because he's gone, there's just no one around who actually knows what I do. Like literally, I just don't feel confident that I'm going to get an offer to stay full time. So yeah, I'm interviewing now for, different roles. And I just had one, and I got my Apple Watch, and I was checking my heart rate, and that fucking heart rate was at, wow, I can't even speak right now. My heart rate was at 130. That's high, guys, 130. I still need to get my anxiety checked out. I've never got it checked out by a professional. I've always tried to just like deal with it, but shit just keeps getting worse. So I need professional help. Yeah, I don't know why I'm even filming this right now. This is a freaking reading vlog. Why am I saying this stuff? Okay, anyway, bye. I love you. Okay, so I'm reading Just Last Night, and our main character is like in love with her male best friend. They attempted to have something, but it never worked out. And so it's been like decades, and he is like moved on, has a girlfriend, but she is still in love with him. And there's this part in the book, and they're trying to, of course, still be friends. And she says, "Sometimes my friendship with Ed feels amazing and beneficial because it's good to know I can feel that way with someone and to see him glow with adoration in return. Other times, it's like endlessly overperforming in an interview for a job where the position's already been filled." Damn, that's so tough. Okay, so it is officially the end of the week. We can do a quick recap of the things that I got done. So I officially read 462 pages. I completely finished reading Just Last Night. I ended up giving that book 3.5 stars, but of course I can only do 3 stars on Goodreads, which I think is a crime. It was okay. I don't want to do any like spoilers or anything, but we have our main character Eve. She loses a close friend, and she is kind of trying to figure out her life. She's in her mid-30s, and she kind of her character in of itself just feels stuck. And throughout this book, she's kind of opened up to maybe facts about herself that she didn't quite think about, and friendships that she thought were, the pinnacle of a friend. But in actuality, they weren't the best person. And so through that, she's able to find herself, kind of release herself from the chains that she put herself in, and she meets someone. So it was a cute little thing. And yeah, I ended up giving that 3.5 stars. I did not finish The Blighted Stars. That was like a big sci-fi book, so I got to page 113. I'm still enjoying it, but I think, and this is with like whether it's epic fantasy or like sci-fi book, for me personally, if I don't read that book like consistently, or if I don't read like multiple chapters at a time, I can very easily lose focus, or like the story itself feels very choppy if I don't sit down for like an hour at a time to like read a book like that. And so that's a mistake that I have like definitely been seeing myself make. So I'm trying my best to like give the book its time and the space that it needs to be able to like build and like grow like in my head, I guess. So I'm gonna be continuing to read that. And of course I did show you guys that I was making a Woobles. This is the very first Woobles that I ever made. I made him about a month ago, this is Parker. Meet Parker the penguin. So yeah, he was the first one I ever made, and this was also the first time I ever crocheted. And he took me 8 hours, so very, very long time, but you know, he's very, very cute. And of course, the one that I made during this video, this is Felicity the fox. Meet Felicity. Isn't she adorable? So she took me, I want to say like 6 or 7 hours. A little bit more things to make for her than the penguin. I just had to make the body. I had to make what? The body, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had to make 5 things, but for the fox, I had to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I don't know, just a little bit more things. So it just took a bit more time. But also learned more techniques, so that's also fun and cool. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Let me know down below if you enjoyed the video. If you have any book recommendations or book video ideas, I'm always like looking for inspiration, or like just looking for anyone to let me know what they want to see. But yeah, thanks. Bye.